Hey everyone, real quick one, number 19 in section 3.3. This is actually a multiple choice problem. So again, on the multiple choice questions on Achieve, I hope you're not just, picking one, checking your answer, and then picking another one until you get the right one. You can do it that way, you get credit for it, but that's not real helpful. Make sure you understand what's going on. So we're going to find the derivative f prime for this function. And this function f of x is given in terms of two other functions, right? I've got x times some function capital R of x. That's what that means, right? This is not, by the way, this is not capital R times x for the same reason this is not f times x. This is capital R of x, which we don't have the formula for this function, okay? But that's okay. And then plus some other function, capital Q of x, right? So some function of x, q of x, some function of x, r of x, and that's how we define f of x. So when I take the derivative of f of x, notice here I've got x times r of x. A product requires the product rule, right? So the product rule is important. If I have a product of two functions, say u times v, and I want to find the derivative. Remember, it's the derivative of the first function times the second plus the first times the derivative of the second. Okay, so it's just the derivative of one times the other plus the first one times the derivative of the second. So that's the product rule. So here my u is x and my v is r of x. So it's the derivative of x, right? Little prime mark, times r of x plus x times the derivative of r of x, right? So that's the derivative of this there. What's the derivative of q of x? Well, the derivative of q of x is just q prime of x. I don't know what the function q of x is, but this would be the way I would write its derivative. From the product rule, derivative of x is just 1, right, with respect to x. And the derivative of r of x, as we just said for q, the derivative was q prime. Derivative of r is r prime. So this is 1 times r of x plus x times r prime of x plus q prime of x. There's your answer. When you look at the actual choices for multiple choice, this is the correct choice. They just rearrange the order of these two. Doesn't really matter, right? Since I'm adding three things together, I can add them in any order that I want to. Okay, so real quick one, just testing your understanding of the very important product rule.